You know, psychologists tell us that 93% of all communication is nonverbal. 93% of all communication is nonverbal. So what that means is the majority of what you're communicating to other people ain't coming out your mouth. It's coming from your body language. So start to have an awareness of what your body language is communicating. For example, today in our gym session, when Coach Lindsay stepped out there at that point, and you could tell she's typical of most coaches. I was feeling the same way. When I saw the people kind of slouching and not really looking when Coach Tyler was talking and kind of tossing the ball around, the interpretation that a good coach makes when they see that is, again, that you're not paying attention, that you don't care, that you're sloppy, that you're not listening, that you're not a serious player, that I can't count on you, that you're not really taking this in, that you don't really want to get better. That's the interpretation that coaches make, just by the way you're holding yourself. So start to have an awareness that, number one, you're constantly communicating a lot to the people around you without even opening your mouth. And then start to have an awareness of what it is you're communicating with your body language. How are you sitting right now? Are you communicating, could my interpretation be that you don't really care, or you're tired, or this is really too much for you, or you don't really want to get better? Or are you engaged? Are you sitting up straight? Are you taking notes eagerly? Same thing on the court, just like Coach Lindsay said. How do you stand when a coach is talking? Are you kind of shuffling your feet and looking down at the ground and maybe looking around in the gym, and maybe every time somebody comes in the door, you kind of look over there and see who it is? Or are you engaged with your coach? Are you leaning forward and being an active listener by nodding your head and sort of being more engaged than the average player? So your body language says a lot. And so see if you can set a goal to be the best communicator every time you step on the court, both verbally and non-verbally. You can make your coach you better just by giving them eye contact. And this is another thing, one of those things that good coaches will demand. Again, going back to the Duke practices that I've seen with Coach K, he has a team rule. Whenever there's a group huddle and he's talking to the whole team at once, the rule on the team is every person, when it's any coach, not just the head coach, but any of his assistants as well, whenever a coach is talking, everybody's got to stand where they can see the coach's eyes and he can see their eyes.